Sup lads, it's your boy Bandana-Boi, and Brazil versus Scotland ends 3-0 to Brazil. Congrats on them winning, and goodness gracious, what is Scotland doing on the defense? The last game I watched was England versus Ghana, and in that game I saw one of the best displays of defense by Ghana during the entire World Cup, if not the best display of defense. And then Scotland are like, you know what? Let's do the exact opposite of that. The first two goals they conceded were literally just because their defenders were not concentrating. The first goal they conceded was literally just Ryan pressuring one of the Scottish defenders and Vinny getting the ball, dribbling past the keeper and slotting it in. The second goal, which was disallowed for Brazil, Vinny again pressured a defender, but he fouled him. He took the ball from him and then he scored, but it was disallowed. Rightfully so, because before taking the ball, Vinny had initially fouled the defender. So it's good that the referee saw that. As the game was going on, up until this point, it was 1-0 to Brazil. Like maybe we're talking 25, 30 minutes in. And I'm like, man, I wonder how the other game's going. Because currently, it's the last game day for all the groups. The entire group needs to play their games at the same time. So Morocco and Haiti were playing at the same time as Brazil and Scotland. I was like, oh, I wonder how the game's going. And in the bottom left, I see that initially Haiti were 1-0 up. Then Morocco equalized. Then Haiti went up again. Then Morocco equalized again. And that was all just in the first half. I didn't watch the game. I probably had the wrong game on. I was hopeful that something was going to happen. And unfortunately, not much happened. During the first half, after the hydration break, Scotland did look better. But still, what kind of defense is this? Their second goal was again. Even though that one didn't look as bad as the first one, it was still like a scuffle in the beginning. Brazil get the ball in Scotland's box. And Bruno Guimaraes, fair play to him, great vision to find the cross to Vinny Jr., who headers it into the back of the net. But who the hell was covering Vinny? Vinny isn't the tallest player. I know he's rapid, but simply having better positioning would have led to Scotland not being 2 goals down entering the half. Coming out of the second half was the first time we saw Scotland get a shot on goal. During the first half, Scotland didn't have a singular shot on goal. Great cross from the left flank. McTominay unfortunately heads it straight into Alisson's hands. This game was kind of weird. Even in the last World Cup, Brazil looked much more entertaining than this. This World Cup, there's something off about them. The flair is gone. They're playing just like every other team, and it's not that entertaining. Aside from Vinny's speed, which isn't even like the most flary thing out there, they no longer have the skill moves that they used to have. Even though they didn't do well in the last World Cup, that Richarlison scissor kick was diabolic. It was probably the goal of the tournament, and it came from Brazil. Because they are known to put a show for the fans. And this time they didn't. And they didn't play that well. Fair play to Bruno Guimaraes. I'm probably butchering his name. My bad, lads. He had 2 great assists. The cross to Vinny in the first half, really well timed, really well placed, and in the second half, the assist to Mateus Cunha was insane. He bodied one Scottish defender and then proceeded to dribble past 2 Scottish defenders before laying it for Cunha to finish it past the goalkeeper. Fair play to him. He got 2 assists and he should get the man of the match. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it to Vinny because he was creating many chances and he did score 2 goals. But I don't think he was as good because there were so many chances where he was one-on-one with the keeper and he just missed it. You're not supposed to be doing that. Like, he is much faster than the Scottish defenders. He just wasn't converting it. I don't know why. I gotta give props to the Scottish goalkeeper because he was doing really well to get low and save the shots that he could save. Alisson also had 2 great saves down the stretch for Brazil. He kept the clean sheet and congrats to him. But late in the but like but in the last 5 or 10 minutes there was a clear penalty shot for Scotland. But in the last 5 or 10 minutes of the game, there was a clear penalty shot for Scotland. Unfortunately, they did not get it. The referee then glossed at it. And every now and then I do complain about refereeing. Maybe because I'm watching so many games in the World Cup, I just see it more firsthand. But damn, some of these referees are bad. They're really bad. They miss shouts that should not be missed. Even in the England versus Ghana game. I didn't talk about it, but Ghana did get robbed of a penalty as well. And they could have literally won the game 1-0 if they had converted it. But guess what? They were never even awarded the penalty to begin with. The refereeing has been abysmal. It's something that I don't like to see. Because I don't like going to the refereeing about fair play. About how the refereeing are kind of biased or they aren't giving the calls for one of the teams. That's just not something nice to hear. With that being said, at that point, Brazil were already 3-0 up. And even if Scotland did get the goal, it wasn't going to change anything. They were still going to probably finish in the exact same position. And the goal difference wasn't going to make a difference because Haiti already lost and was already eliminated from the World Cup. It doesn't change much, but still, I would like to see a game well played and fairly played. Aside from that, the only other big news was Neymar making his return for Brazil. It was great to see him on the pitch. He looked decent in the 10 to 15 minutes that he was able to play for Brazil. Sadly, he couldn't get an assist or a goal, but it's always really nice to see one of these legends, Brazil's all-time top goal scorer, back on the pitch. and hopefully getting more minutes in the upcoming games and not having any injuries during this tournament. With that being said, lads, Brazil finished at the top of their group. Morocco finished second, Scotland finished third, and Haiti finished fourth. Scotland should make it to the second round, however, I am not sure. Since it is the top 8, we still have to see the remaining games to know whether or not they will advance. Some groups are tied on draws, while other groups, the third place finisher has maybe 3 or 4 points. So we'll see if they advance now. All they can do is pray. I just wish them the best of luck. With that being said, let's don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what y'all thought about the game in the comment section. I heard that the Scottish fans have been an absolute blast for Boston, and now I think it was Miami. I hope they enjoy their trip and that they have a safe trip back to Scotland. And thank you for your time. Cheers!